one needs to like scramble everything, but at least they're not deaf. Because normally we're adjusting this thing because my ear.
Yep, and we're in, and here we are because this is what we do. Everything's chaotic at the Great Northern Sexcast. Colleen, you're kind of on fuego today. How you doing over there?
This is just a lot of stuff, and most of it is really annoying. But you know what I'm really good at?
What?
I'm really good at organizing shit.
Okay.
I don't know if it's been going across your Facebook feed, but it's been going across my Facebook feed about the amount of mental energy that women expend organizing shit.
I haven't seen that.
Yes. I mean, because they're just the ones that are in charge of all the mental energy of like, hey, can you grab the something out of the dishwasher? And then they go, like, if I go to the dishwasher and it's all clean, you put everything away.
Yeah.
But other people, usually guys and children, will go there, get the one thing and leave the rest of it like not put away. Or if I walked past and saw a towel on the floor, I would pick up the towel.
Yep.
Because you're always doing about 5,000 damn things. So that's the one thing that's been going across my feed. But
it's funny. I haven't seen that stuff.
It just started last night.
Okay.
So I'm sure it'll make its way around. But I'm laughing because I'm just thinking, one, I don't have to deal with that. It's just me and my kid. Now my kid leaves the shit on the floor, and I have to spell everything out. There's no, it's like a one item at a time thing.
Yep.
But at least that's one thing that I don't have to deal with in the person that I love.
Well,
because I would not. I just would not. I don't want to. I don't want to micromanage another human being. I'll micromanage my kid. That's my job. But it never occurred to me about micromanaging your partner. And the fact that the majority of it lands on women. And I was just going back and forth. And the thing is I'm looking at this, and yes, and it's study after study in this thing about, who does what and stuff like that. And we're going through there, and we've seen that before, that, that women go back to work, but they still do all the housework and all this sort of stuff. But just if you grab the bottle out of the dishwasher, like women, put the rest of the stuff away.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're running downstairs to grab something out of the laundry, bring all the laundry up. But I mean, the fact that it has to be like spelled out that, that the person is considered, that it's considered helping around the house, or when you're telling a guy that they're babysitting their kid, no, they're parenting their kid.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it all sort of runs into the same thing. And I'm like, but it occurs to me, I'm really effing good at it. We've been sort of trained. Like, I know I'm really good at organizing stuff. So all the shit that I have list, and then I have a list of my list, and then there were a sub list.
Yep.
And some of it's on my phone, but I know I've said this before, but some of it's written down, and there is nothing more satisfying than crossing out things on a list.
You love that, don't you?
Oh, I love that shit. I mean, I came in here and started organizing the damn cables because I got here before you.
You did.
I do not like clutter.
Clutter is the worst.
I know.
Clutter's worst.
Can
I tell you what makes it? Okay, there's two things in my personal experience that make it easy to overlook those small annoying things that men do, and they all have them. One is
the penis.
That.
Okay,
that's number one. Okay. But Carl has just finished painting the exterior of my house, and it looks amazing. He's replacing the fence, building a deck, and he's become addicted to Pinterest as well as YouTube. My sister got him on there, and he's like freaked out. And he's building this killer fountain. I can't wait to bring pictures. Yeah, like an unbelievable fountain.
I heard a fountain.
Yeah, and I mean it's big. I mean, and it's like this crazy thing.
Is it like a sunken water thing?
It'll be like it's got. We're using flagstone, and it's going to be graduated, and the water's going to come up through the middle of the rocks and back down into it's a pondless water feature basically. I used to have a pond, but I took the pond. Water's so cool. So it's funny when he leaves. He walks by. There's a hamper right by the washing machine for dirty clothes. He puts them on the floor next to the hamper in front of the washing machine. And I thought, I can live with that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pick your battles.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
But I understand that the energy that is expended sometimes for that, and people choose their battles like that, is exhausting.
I know.
Because you're always thinking of multiple things.
Yeah.
Now, there are guys that do this, and there are women that don't do this, and I get that. But honestly, if you lined up 100 dads and 100 moms, more of the moms are going to know who the pediatrician is than the dad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, and it's just it's a learned behavior. And I think things will, change and stuff like that. Because I think it's perfectly reasonable that people learn to do more things, both sexes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I just
or to just cough up some of the control.
Yeah, there's that.
But it was just funny because there was like 3 women that posted this. Not a single guy commented it. Or like, I can see that, or I try not to, or I don't think so, or trying to find another study that refutes it. No. Total social media silence.
Radio silence. We've got some kind of funny stuff. Let me just ask you really quick. I noticed you did not come in toting a bag of stuff to go live on Facebook with today.
No, I'm a little exhausted, and I'm like, I have energy, but not to be caramel today.
Okay. All right.
That and the fact that we've been spending most of the week rearranging Liz's area, and so
that's got to be tedious.
I have there's tons of stuff in the warehouse, but it's all still encased in this little plastic wrapping.
Oh, hey, do you have pallets that you toss?
Yes.
Can we come get some?
Yes.
We need those. The deck is being built out of pallets.
We got pallets.
Okay.
We can help you with that.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Score. I mean, you have no idea. He's got a blowjob account right now that is fucking overflowing from all this amazing home improvement that I'm getting. I'm telling you. So Liz's area, and when I said that, God, that's got to be tedious, I don't mean that it has nothing to do with Liz. It has to do with the merchandise that she's in charge of.
No, she's in charge of all the lingerie, and we haven't moved some of this stuff. I mean, you don't need to move the shelf unit. And then you move the shelf unit after 10 years. A little dusty underneath, and I've got asthma. So, should I have worn a mask? Yeah, did I? No. And then
you thought of it later, right? It didn't occur. Yeah,
after I'm hacking. And then I'm like, okay. And then we found out that's going to be a little more expensive because of the building that we own used to have multiple businesses in it. So all of the walls were triple sheetrocked for sound stuff.
Oh, okay.
And so that took more. I'm like, okay, so the painting budget just went. So I'm painting.
Okay.
But that means then again, it's my building, so I get to pick out the colors. So if you're curious, if you Google bear old amethyst, it is the most amazing gray purple in the world. And it's the color I'm going to start, painting some of my office.
Oh.
It's so awesome. And everybody likes it too.
Oh, that's cool.
So that was a lot of fun. But a little, like I said, a little tired. A lot of other stuff going on, and moved us up a little bit early because I got stuff I got to get done this afternoon. And I'm like,
Colleen, you're usually so calm, and this is just I'm wondering
it's
what.
chai.
Okay, because I was going to say the size of the vat of what appeared to be coffee.
No,
here is terrifying me right now.
It's a chai.
Okay,
I can't. My gut can't handle that much.
Okay, because I was going to say, holy moly. Hey, we've talked about this for quite some time. The proposition in Sweden to give paid sex breaks to employees to have an hour to go because their population is dwindling. Well, it was rejected by the overall Swedish council. And the guy who proposed it, his name is Per Erik. And I love those names.
Well, was it expected to pass, or was it brought up just for the I can't remember, or just
publicity value?
I'm just saying hey folks, think about this. I mean, look at our just stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of things people make into a bill that they know is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah,
this would have been.
It was a huge conversation piece,
okay.
And we're talking about it half the world away. So, but yeah, they basically called it too intrusive. And, then the council went to, into other activities where they say, well, work-life balance can include things like cleaning. So do we have to pay people to go home and clean their house? Do we have to pay people, So it went into the realms that political things often do. And they just said, never mind.
So it just, you're right. It's like personal time. Yeah. How would you prove that someone went home and got it,
See, that's why it's intrusive. I think that's where they were going. Cause it's like, how do we know you weren't just, Yeah. Okay. So moving on. This, I don't know, an electric condom. Okay. So basically it's turning your own Johnson into a vibrator. It's an electric condom. I'm not kidding you. This is made by a Russian company, which let's just be afraid right there. And it spreads what's described as a gentle electric current during sex.
Oh, there's a lot of E-stem stuff. I don't know. I mean, they made an E-stem sheath or condom. We had a a seminar. Oh my God, on Sunday. And one of the folks who was there was from XR Brands, and the gentleman there was demonstrating some of the E-stem stuff. And some of the folks they had the wand, and they were just using it on the forearm. And we had like probably about a half a dozen employees that are new, because we're in retail. Things, people move around. The fact that folks stick with us as long as they do is the unique part,
cool thing,
not the. And I'm like, oh, some of these folks have been here less than a month, and they're over here going, hey, let's see if we can shock you. It was, but they were.
Your employee gatherings are unlike any other.
But the folks that we were there, we had folks from XR Brands and Wicked and California Exotic and Classic Erotic, which is not a porn company, but they're the folks that make our Crazy Girl and our Pheromone line. Oh, God, they smell so good.
Do they?
And I don't like scent, and I like this stuff.
Really? Okay, because I'm not a big scent person either.
And it mixes. You can't just sort of like just spray it in the air. You got to put, we got testers. You got to put a little on your hand, and wait like 5 minutes and see how it goes. Just like any scent. And it was just a wonderful. I mean, everyone learned so much. I mean, a lot of times I'm talking with some of the reps when they're not doing their presentation, but I was in the room a lot for this one, and I'm like, I think I may have learned a few things.
Wow, that's impressive. If you learned something,
and it was really a good weekend. But watching the folks go, oh, I'll try that, zaps, and stuff like that. It was really, really fun.
It's almost like the work learning seminar equivalent of Jackass in a way. Like, oh, here, let's do this. So a final note on the electric condom or whatever. It's not actual electricity. It's a battery powered thing, and it's a low current, and it's not that expensive. They're single use, and check it out. The company name is Ural, which does not sound appealing. Right on. Okay, so do you like watercress, by the way?
I don't think I've ever personally bought watercress because it was on a grocery list, but I'm sure it's shown up in a salad or some place somewhere.
I love it.
Okay.
I've actually fished it out of a stream where it grows before, wild in Wisconsin, and I buy it. I love it. It's very peppery. It's really good. So supposedly, I did not know this. I just knew I was a watercress freak, right?
Okay.
It has amazing stamina boosting properties. It's full of vitamin A, B, C, and E. It has been proven to increase sperm count. So, a brew pub in London, or the UK anyway, is brewing a beer with watercress in it, and it's Cerne Abbas Brewery in Dorset.
What color is that?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
because everything I've ever seen that is remotely green that you put into something else does turn it green.
I know, but the brewing process is so weird that who knows? You know what I mean? It has to go through so many different things and whatnot. But there's beers that they have, blackberry and different things, and then those don't turn color either. So I don't really know. But yeah, it's going to be called. Well, it's the Watercress Company and this brewery that teamed up. I do not know what they're going to call it. It doesn't say, but watch for that watercress beer. And so it'll help you. I think there's a comment in the article talking about it basically helps you with whiskey dick. Because if you drink too much beer, the watercress is going to help counter the effect of drinking too much. Right on.
Yeah, I mean, really, you Google this and a whole bunch of daily, watercress recipes, infertility blog spot.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in other words, don't pass up that little cucumber and watercress sandwich. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a little far away.
Yeah, you were way far away. Yeah, don't pass up the cucumber and watercress for sure, sure. There we go. My headphones also simultaneously cut out. So we had a big perfect storm happening right there just a second ago. So premature ejaculation, a lot of people don't like to talk about that, and a lot of people definitely don't, or nobody really wants to experience it, I don't think. And it's an estimated 30% of men can suffer for this. And they don't designate age. So, you could chop off the beginning and the end of the ages and you know what I mean? Because kids are, what have you. But there is a wipe out there that will help men last longer. And it's got a bit of a numbing. It's got benzocaine in it.
Benzocaine, okay. But you definitely, you need to use a condom with that because you certainly do not want to transfer that to your partner. Because who wants,
Well, yeah. Now that you say that, you know what the backup plan is for this? Eat pistachios. It helps with that.